as you come back for the bye, what's your role in helping guys kind of lock back and get back and be ready to play?
Well, the good thing is we got a locked-in team already. They kind of have already brought the focus. We had a great day of practice today. Everybody's into it. Everybody's excited to make this run here the last 4 games of the regular season, and I think that's a good sign of a good team when you got that edge to you. And you don't really need guys telling you to lock in. We just kind of have that mindset. Very mature and focused and competitive team right now.
You have to be pretty confident to play at the NFL level, but throughout a season, can your confidence increase?
Yeah, absolutely. I think, the better you play and the more reps you get, the more experience you get, I think naturally you feel more confident out there. I think, the reverse can happen as well. If you're not playing as good, you can start to, get in your head or, maybe lose some of that confidence. So it's definitely important to understand where your confidence should come from, the preparation and the week leading up to the game, and not necessarily, how the outcome of the game goes, but just are you getting better as a player? Are you making strides as a person? What does that look like for each individual person? But I definitely think confidence can be grown as the season goes.
You guys have been asked today about your leadership style. How would you describe your leadership style, and how has that maybe changed?
Well, I think I was in middle school one time, and my coach told me, you got to be more of a leader, or you're one of the leaders. And I remember asking him, what kind of leader do you want me to be? There's several, and so I think the leadership thing, it's very broad. It goes very deep. I think when there's a leadership opportunity on your team, it's important to provide it. So if that's leading by action, if that's showing up first, or if that's getting out here to the field early, or staying late, or going through an extra play, whatever that means by action, or is it verbal? Does the guys need some verbal cues to get them going? Do they need some the hoorah speeches? That sometimes can be good. Sometimes it can also just be noise. So I think there's service leadership. I think you can pick up the field for the guys, or run an errand for somebody. I think there's a lot of forms of leadership, and so I think the best leaders understand that there are multiple styles, and they do those styles well, and they have a good eye for those each individual needs. And I was told long ago, when there's a leadership opportunity, you just provide it, no matter what it looks like. But in order to be a leader, you got to have followers. So it's important to have the trust of the guys around you, and anybody can be a leader.
But when you get to this point of the season and there's so much weight on the few games that remain, how important is it and how difficult is it to stay in the moment?
Well, it's not, because each game leading up to this has been just as important. Every game we go into, it's the next most important game, and you got to go out there and do your best to win, so that you can put your team in a good position. So right now, it's not like anything else we haven't been doing. We've been with this mindset all year, and it's grown and grown. The closer we get, I think it's the more intense we get, the closer we get to accomplishing something. So, I would say each game is important, and this game right now in this season is the most important, because it's the next one.
Well, you told us the Colts are also pushing for the playoffs. When you look at them on film, what do you see, and what are you expecting from this team?
Well, they do a good job. They obviously, Coach Bradley, he's been doing it for a long time. Great DC. And it starts there with a great play caller, and then they mix it up enough, to try to confuse the team. But they're good at what they do. They're going to keep things in front of them. They're going to, make it a mess up front. Their guys play hard. They're kind of everywhere. It's annoying, but that's part of the reason they're good. They do a great job forcing turnovers, creating fumbles, and they just keep everything in front of them. They eliminate the explosive plays, and it's for them it's hard to sustain drives in the NFL. So that's what they try to do. They keep you, from getting those explosives, make you drive the length of the field, and I think that's one of the reasons why they're a good club, and they're competing for a playoff spot.
Oh, it seems like you've developed a close relationship with these other quarterbacks in your room. Your significant others have become friends. What does that just do for you to have kind of that, outside of football, and how much has that kind of helped you along?
Well, it's really important. Those two guys have helped me tremendously. They've been great friends to me, great guys that have had my back, and that sort of thing off the field. Obviously, we've been able to have relationships off the field with wives and things like that. And so we're just a close group, and I think that, plays an important role as the season goes on and gets longer and longer. It's good to, get away from football and joke around and, not make it so serious all the time. But they do a good job of, balancing the football life with the, off the field life. So always teaching me things, and then at the same time just always keeping it lighthearted and, reminding me that there's a lot more to this football thing. But while we're doing it, we might as well be the best at it.
No, you appreciate the fact that it doesn't go that way for every rookie quarterback?
Yeah, I do. I understand that I'm in a really good room. First it starts with our coordinators, Coach Payton down, all the coordinators, and then Davis, our direct QB coach. He's really good. He prepares us, really well. And then, like you said, it's not common to have two guys in the room that have had this much experience and can provide this much knowledge and learning to a rookie like I've been able to learn. So it's definitely not common. I appreciate it, and those two definitely know how big of a role they've played for me this year.
But when you come in as a rookie with veterans around you, but you're also a leader, you're a captain, how are you assertive? Do you use certain words, or how do you get your point across as the new guy without saying too much either, and where it looks like I was?
Well, it's that's a great question. My role right now is simply, I got to go out there and perform on Sundays so that I keep these guys, or that I can help these guys win games and keep these guys going. And that's my job as a quarterback for them right now. And you got to honestly take the rookie out of it. It doesn't matter. They're looking at you like, a starting quarterback in the league. So I just got to treat it that way. And right now, being young, I can't, talk a whole lot. There's not much I can say. I haven't really proven anything. So I just have to go out there and work, and they want to see the work, and they want to see how hard I'm, preparing and what I'm doing off the field. And, do I show up the same every day? And I think when they see that, they have a form of respect and trust. And then they know when you go out there and make a few plays, then they believe in you and they know they can trust you in critical moments. So it's just all about doing it right now. I know it's a young stage in my career. So, when there's a time to speak up and say something, that's usually when you can kind of gain their attention, because you don't, use your words wisely, and I'm not just talking all the time just to talk. So sometimes, like I said, that talk just is noise, and guys hear so much noise already, they don't want to hear it from me. So it's just all about, putting my head down and working hard, and I think they, respect that.
Well, you told us after the Browns game, this is your first ever NFL bye. So how did you handle it? Were you able to get away from football? Did you make that intentional? Was it a little less relaxing with pregnancy rumors online?
Yeah, that's, I guess in today's day and age, you can say anything you want and get away with it. But I was able to go home and hang out with the family and, watch my dad coach in the state championship. And, it's just fun being around them, kind of going back to where, it all started, where you came from, and appreciating it. And hanging out with friends and family and getting away from some football. I got to watch my two brothers win conference championships this week, so that was pretty neat. You don't get to see that all the time. They actually, won it within about 10 seconds of each other, so that was pretty cool. But, I was sitting at home kind of jealous. They're out there winning championships, and I was at home sitting on the couch. But I thought that was really unique, really cool. So I'm just blessed right now and excited to be back getting going.
So you guys have won 3 in a row at home. What sort of edge have you guys started to build here that you think you can use moving forward?
Well, the edge is just our fans. I think Broncos country's done a really good job of showing up and being there, being loud, and making the home environment what you brag about. But I think that that's it's going to continue. I hope it continues. I hope they make it even louder and even more of a crazier environment and a tougher place to play for opponents, because that means a lot. It helps us. Home field advantage is a real thing. It's just a comfort level for us, and then you make it uncomfortable for them. So, we got to continue to play well, keep them in it, and then at the same time, it's really good to have great fans, loud fans, and create a great environment.